I tried the best AI watermark removers in 2026, and honestly, it is tricky. It sounds incredibly simple until you actually test these tools on real images today. The typical marketing pitch is always the same. You upload your image first. Then you select the watermark and the AI removes it cleanly. Done, right? Except, not really, because removing the visible watermark is only half the job. The real challenge is reconstructing what was underneath that original mark. Logic first. If the watermark is sitting over a plain wall, that's very easy. But what if it crosses someone's face? That is much harder for AI. What if it covers complex hair details? Rebuilding fine strands is tough work. What if it sits on patterned fabric or a highly complicated background scene? That's when you see the difference between erasing and intelligent logical reconstruction. And just to be clear, this is for images you actually own yourself, or images you have explicit documented permission and licenses to edit and use. If you are using stock, the right solution is to buy a license. Always license the clean version rather than trying to remove the mark. With that out of the way, let's look at the actual tools. I'm ranking them on quality, ease, control, and reconstruction capabilities this year. And if you want the short version, Magnific is my favorite overall workflow. Not because it's fastest, but because of the complete creative process it offers. Because removing the mark is usually not the end of the job. Start. Let's start the ranking with number 7. Basic online watermark removers. Simple. These are the simplest websites. Upload, brush over the mark, and download result. For a small watermark on a simple background, they can work surprisingly well. If you have an old date stamp on a photo, it's perfect. The problem appears when the watermark overlaps important detailed textures in the center. You can end up with blurry textures, strange patterns, or missing visual edges. Or you might get an area that looks obviously generated and very fake. Best for simple images, small marks, date stamps, and very quick cleanups. Number 6. Fotor. Fotor is a much broader creative editing platform online. Number 6. Fotor. Fotor is a much broader creative editing platform online. You can remove elements, edit photos, and generate backgrounds in one dashboard. That makes it useful if you want to continue designing the image afterwards. Maybe turn it into a social post or create a product visual. But if you just need removal, a specialized tool is much faster. The downside is speed if you only need removal. But for all-in-one creators, Fotor is a solid choice. Versatility and utility first. Great for general editing. Number 5. Picsart. Picsart has built a huge ecosystem around mobile content. Its object removal tools can be useful for quick cleaning on your phone. Add text, change backgrounds, and apply effects on mobile devices very easily. That's useful for creators who are already working in a mobile-first environment today. Best for social media, mobile editing, and content creators needing fast cleanups. Best for social media and mobile editing. It's about speed and creative sharing. If you are on the go, Picsart is a strong contender. Ready to post, social value. Number 4. Inpaint. Inpaint is much more focused on single task removal. Select the unwanted area and let the system reconstruct what should be. If you have one photo with one annoying element, it is perfect. It's particularly great for removing small objects, text, or unwanted brand logos. The limitation is that difficult reconstruction still requires skill and manual editing. Best for focused object removal, simple watermarks, and individual image cleanups. Number 3. Cleanup.pictures, another highly focused, direct web-native AI specialist. You paint over the element and let AI rebuild the background instantly. There is no giant interface or 50 panels to navigate. Direct results. This works particularly well on natural textures like walls, grass, or sky. But selection quality is vital. Precise masking determines your ultimate visual success. Best for quick cleanup, objects, text, logos, and high-value individual images. Number 2. Adobe Photoshop, the ultimate professional industry heavyweight tool today. Photoshop gives you significantly more manual control than any automated one-click tool. You can use content-aware, generative fill, layer masks, and precise clone stamps. If the AI fails, you can manually refine results with expert brushes. But for complex images or portraits, that control is extremely valuable. Standard. The downside is the steep learning curve and overall complexity for beginners. Best for professional retouching, complex images, commercial projects, and maximum control. And now, number 1, Magnific, my favorite overall creative asset developer. Magnific is my favorite overall watermark removal workflow. it offers supreme quality, because removing the watermark is rarely your final creative step in production. Imagine an old project photograph. You remove the old logo, but the image is low res. A basic remover stops there. Magnific goes further, rebuilding details and textures. Magnific helps you enhance detail, improve the overall image, and develop a new visual direction. You upscale the result into something usable in a modern campaign. Total transformation. You can then upscale the final result into something that is actually usable. Think about updating branding for your company. You remove the old mark cleanly. Maybe you need 5 variations. Magnific handles the rest of the job easily. It's not just erasing, it's updating the entire creative asset. Creative power. The best watermark remover is not necessarily the tool that erases a logo fastest. It's the tool that actually gets your creative asset fully ready to use. It's not just an eraser. It's a creative engine for your high-value visuals. So here is the final ranking breakdown for your next creative project. Final ranking: basic online removers for simple jobs. Fotor for broader AI photo editing. Picsart for social and mobile workflows. Inpaint for focused object removal, and Cleanup.pictures for fast AI cleanup. Because removing a watermark is easy when the background is simple. Reconstruct.